Across India, social media feeds are currently dominated by millions of young people loudly declaring they are proud to be cockroaches. They are identifying with the Cockroach Janta Party, a satirical political front that has released a viral manifesto outlining a list of demands for the infestation. It has left the legacy media establishment in a state of visible confusion as veteran news anchors attempt to translate high-speed internet irony for a national television audience. This self-imposed label is a direct contradiction of the people wearing it, a generation of highly educated doctors, engineers, and graduates who represent India's largest demographic. By wrapping their dissent in absurd humor, these users have built a decentralized network that traditional censorship and political gatekeeping simply cannot keep up with. This viral identity isn't a random joke. It's a reflection of the friction building between the aspirations of India's youth and the systems that govern them. The immediate catalyst for this movement traces back to a specific moment within the Supreme Court of India. During a hearing, Justice Surya Kant made an offhand remark regarding the behavior of the youth that was interpreted as dismissive. Instead of traditional protest, Gen Z instantly weaponized the perceived slight, adopting the cockroach label as a way to hold a mirror up to the establishment's view of them. But the comment only landed because it hit a generation already reeling from the collapse of the NEET 2026 medical entrance exam. A massive paper leak orchestrated by organized crime syndicates led to the cancellation of the high-stakes exam, affecting millions of medical aspirants across the country. These students spend years, and their families spend their life savings, on preparation, only for systemic corruption to invalidate their work in a single afternoon. The scale of the NEET fraud demonstrated that meritocracy had been replaced by a system where the futures of students are treated as collateral damage. Beyond the immediate exam scandals, these graduates are entering an economy that seems increasingly incapable of absorbing them. Youth unemployment has become a structural fixture, with millions of overqualified candidates competing for a handful of entry-level positions. At the same time, inflation has driven up the price of essential commodities, making the cost of daily survival a constant source of anxiety for the average household. Middle-class families are describing their situation as tax terrorism, where increasing financial burdens provide no relief from the lack of viable career paths for their children. This chart visualizes the trap. While the cost of living and education has moved sharply upward, entry-level graduate wages have remained entirely stagnant. By 2026, the gap between living costs and degree earnings has reached a breaking point, creating a permanent structural deficit. For a generation facing these numbers, identifying as a cockroach, a resilient creature that thrives in the cracks of a failing structure, is a calculated assessment of their own economic reality. While traditional street protests are easily contained by security forces, the decentralized nature of digital satire makes it almost impossible to suppress. This is weaponized despair, a political strategy where a demographic with no perceived stake in the future uses mockery to attack the institutions they no longer trust. The sheer volume of this absurdist content creates a wall of noise traditional PR can't pierce, turning a joke into a shield against official narratives. It has forced the national conversation away from carefully managed talking points and back toward the raw data of unemployment and institutional failure. The success of the Cockroach Janta Party indicates that for the incoming generation, empty political promises are no longer a viable currency. When the systems of education and employment stop delivering on their promises, the resulting movement isn't looking for a seat at the table, it's looking to point out that the table is already broken.